My Uber driver recognized me from 15 years ago. What he told me changed my life forever. Last month I ordered an Uber after a disastrous job interview. I was fighting back tears, having been told I lacked leadership qualities despite a decade in management. As I slid into the back seat, I barely glanced at the driver, a middle-aged man with salt and pepper hair. "Emma?" he asked, studying me in the rearview mirror. "Emma Mitchell from Mustlake High?" I looked up confused. I hadn't been to my hometown in years and certainly didn't recognize him. "I am sorry, do I know you?" I asked. "You probably don't remember me," he smiled. "I am Mr. Rivera's son, Tony. You tutored me in English during your senior year." The memory slowly surfaced. 15 years ago, I had tutored struggling students for community service hours. Tony had been a freshman with severe dyslexia who needed help with Shakespeare. "Oh my God, Tony, of course," I said, genuinely surprised. "What are you doing in Chicago?" His answer stunned me. "I own a tech company here. We develop reading software for dyslexic students." He gestured to the car. "I drive Uber once a week to stay grounded." Reminds me where I started. I was speechless. The shy freshman I remembered could barely get through a paragraph of Romeo and Juliet. "You are probably wondering how I went from failing English to running a company." He laughed, sensing my confusion as we drove. Tony told me how our tutoring sessions had been the first time someone had truly worked with his dyslexia instead of around it. He explained how I'd created visual maps of Shakespeare's plots and recorded dialogue for him to listen to techniques no teacher had tried before. "You told me something I never forgot," he said. "You said, Tony, you are not bad at reading. You just see words differently, and that means you'll see solutions others miss." I had no memory of saying this, but it sounded like something my idealistic teenage self would have said. "That changed everything for me," he continued. "I stopped seeing my dyslexia as a weakness and started seeing it as a different perspective. I got through high school, then college, then started developing tech that approached reading the way my brain naturally wanted to process it. By the time we reached my apartment, I was no longer thinking about my failed interview." "Your company?" I asked hesitantly. "Are you hiring by any chance?" 6 weeks later, I am the new director of educational outreach at Dyslex Tech. My job is to connect with schools and develop training programs for teachers working with dyslexic students. Yesterday, Tony showed me something he'd kept all these years, a worn paper where I'd drawn out Macbeth's plot as intertexted circles instead of linear text. My teenage handwriting in the margin read, "Different isn't wrong. Weiga is just different. Sometimes the leadership qualities others fail to see in you are exactly what someone else needs to find their path, and sometimes your Uber driver is actually your biggest success story."